a photo. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So today is Thursday the 20th of September and it is fucking freezing. I think this is the first time any of my videos have seen this big puffy jacket, and that's because I started this channel in summer, so I never had to use it, but you'll be seeing this a lot more. Another thing is I am absolutely choked with the cold, hence why I took those cold and flu tablets. I was up till like half three in the morning last night trying to sleep, and it was just an absolute struggle, but got some sleep. I'm feeling a bit better now. When I get out in the fresh air, I usually feel a bit better when I have a cold. But today is kind of a day in the life video because this is the first week of university. Now, I can't remember if I actually mentioned what I study at uni, but I study sports management at Edinburgh Uni. We have a lecture at 10 AM. It's kind of like 20 past 8. I'm just walking to the gym now because we have a squat session to get in. This week is actually a deload week, which is really lucky considering I'm ill, that the deload week has fell exactly on the same time that I'm ill. And a deload week is simply just reducing your training intensity for a week to allow your body to kind of get a full recovery so you can go into the next training phase where you push for like PRs and keep going for those higher numbers. It's really important as a natural lift that you get that because your body can't really sustain that level of intensity for a long period unless you're a complete beginner. But once you've been doing it a good while, it's really important to help avoid injury, any strains and niggles and everything like that. So it can be a little boring because you just want to keep pushing for PR and stuff like that, but I peaked last week. I'm actually going to put a couple clips, screw it, I'll just stick them in now, of 2 PRs, my squat and deadlift PR that I hit the other day. I'll just letting these people walk past, so enjoy. So as you saw there, I pulled a 220 kilo deadlift and a 180 kilo squat to finish off that training phase before this deload, so I'm absolutely delighted. Now, you know we're struggling with energy, so we've got a kind of monster to help us through, like always. So for deload squats, I'm probably going to work up to 125 kilos, probably for like 3 sets of 5. Nice and easy. Then I'll do some accessories like some lunges, some calves, and again you just keep all the weights basically like pretty low, about half to like 60% of what you're normally capable of. And then we've got the lecture, which I'm sure will be very, very interesting, very enjoyable and very fun. I can't wait. Yeah, so let's get in the squats. Now the thing is, even though it's deload squats, you've still got to take it seriously, so I'm still going to focus on my technique, brace, I've got my belt on, all that normal stuff. But the good thing is with this, I always talk about mindset, like it's a bit easier, you can relax a bit more because you know you're going to get it. It's not, gives you that little mental break as well, so that when you go back next week, when we start back on Monday, I've had that rest mentally and I'm buzzing to get back into it. So let's get this done. You can tell that I'm ill, that felt fucking awful. But we'll get this session done and get into the lecture. Just finishing up here with some sumo kettlebell deadlifts. And one question that's probably going to get asked here is, why are you training when you're ill? you shouldn't do that or something like that. Now, that's kind of like down to you. Now, I've got a cold, my nose is a bit stuffed, my throat's a wee bit sore, I've got a wee bit of a headache, but it's not anything ridiculous. Like, I know myself when I can do it. Now, again, you got to remember I'm deloading this week, so I don't have to push myself as hard, so it's a bit easier for me to come into the gym and do it. If it was last week or any other week when I was actually properly in the middle of my training phase, I probably wouldn't be training because I couldn't push myself to the limits that I want to. When it comes to deal, it's more just about getting in, doing what you need to do and getting out. It won't really push you, so that's fine. But it's kind of down to you. Now, my recommendation always, if it's something that's affecting your breathing, so if you've got a chesty cough, if you're a bit wheezy, struggling to breathe properly, don't bother, because breathing's so important when you're lifting, when you're training, whether it's cardio or lifting or whatever. But I don't have that, so it's easier for me to judge. That's just kind of my take on it. So I'm going to finish these off. I'm going to do like 3 more sets. I did lunges, calves, and now I'm just finishing up with this before I go get showered and stuff like that, because I feel minging. And then we're going to go into this really, really exciting, fun lecture. It's the first lecture of sports development. So if it's anything like my lecture that I had on Monday, it's gonna be great.
It's not far from home, but
because I got dressed.
Part of your assignment is in groups of to look at a particular community sport intervention. It's one that we like it to fit into this, what we call a sport for change environment. One of our postgraduate students who's partially sighted judo.
Well, that lecture was absolutely amazing. I think you can tell from my reaction I wasn't really into that much. I mean, to be fair, this first week is all introductory stuff, so it's not going to be really in depth in what we're meant to be focusing on just now, but it will kick in a wee bit more. I'm in uni 3 days a week, Monday, Thursday, Friday, for 3 hours, 10 till 1 every day. I think half of that's a lecture where you get talked at, you take notes, half of that's a seminar where you talk about the readings and all different things you've been doing, so it's more interactive. Third year now, so it really starts to count, so it's going to be a lot more stressful because every single assignment, every exam, counts towards my degree now. And my goal is I want at least a 2-1. To be honest, I want a first degree, that's my goal. Because I finished with 2 firsts last year, so I'm on that level, I know I could reach it. But just a lot of thought on my opinion on university. I think university as a whole is an absolutely amazing thing. I think the time you spend there, if you move out especially, I'm really talking you need to move out into the place you go, because you meet all these amazing people. I've met some people that I'm sure I'll be friends for life with. I absolutely, couldn't imagine myself without them now. I've done so many new things. I've moved out, I'm self-sufficient, I know I've proved that I can cook for myself, clean for myself, look after myself, be independent, and that's something that I would never have got without this opportunity. Although the actual education part of university, now this is just my opinion, unless you're going for the 4 or 5 main degrees, which I consider to be law, engineering, medicine, veterinary medicine, there's one other one I can't really think of, but one that you directly need to get that degree to go into that field, get that job, you need to do more. And what I mean by that is I studied a sports management degree and it's great, I do love it, but it's a very broad sort of degree because you can do a lot of different things with it. Now, a lot of people today have a degree. University is not what it used to be in the past, where it was very easy to get, where it's not very easy, but easier to get into. There's more options there, and there's a lot more unis there to try and get into. So if you're doing a degree that isn't quite as, how would I say, it doesn't directly get you into the exact job you want, you need to gain experience. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I started Mad Fitness, because I want to go into the fitness industry and have that sports management degree along with my experience, because it's still a great thing to have. So I want, I'm working for Mike, I'm doing my own online coaching, I'm doing my own one-to-one coaching, I'm trying clothing, I'm doing social media, I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can, I'm doing YouTube, to make sure when I get out of that, it's not just okay, I have this degree, I've proved that I can study, I can research and all that. I need the experience to prove that I can take what I've learned and put it in a practical sense. And I think that's very important, especially because I know that I do want to do my own thing in the future. I want to have my own gym, etc. But when I get out of uni, I probably will have to work a full-time job and, you know, leisure or whatever when I leave for a couple of years to save up to get to where I want to go. And I believe an employer will be more impressed if I have that degree alongside all these things I've done with that. So that's why I'm trying to do that. And that's just my opinion. You know, some people probably maybe have went into degrees like mine and went straight into the job they love, which is fine. I just believe that if you're doing a degree that isn't one of the main ones, you need to do more. So yeah, that's just my thought on it, but still, if you have the chance to go to uni, go. If you have the chance to move out especially, go. You'll meet so many people, have so many great experiences, especially if you move into like a city like Edinburgh, or just a city in general. It's the best thing I have done, by far. Anyway, I'm just about to chug this, and then I'm heading to Starbucks tonight, just to have coffee along when I catch up, and then we've got clients 5:30 to 9:30. So I'll catch up with you then. Now, one little bit I just want to include in this video. If you follow me on Instagram or you're friends with me on Facebook, you would have saw that I bought the new Spider-Man game and I'm just playing it just now. And honestly, it is like a 10 out of 10 game. I absolutely love it. When I was growing up, well, it still is, but Spider-Man is my favourite superhero. It has been ever since I was young. I've always loved superheroes. I know I'm a nerd, whatever, I don't care. And this game is just brilliant. The missions, the combat, just even swinging about, like, so much fun. I'll try and show you a bit actually. So like, try this one-handed. Like, even just like swinging about, so much fun. And I wish you could show you the combat, but I definitely couldn't do that one-handed. So obviously getting this game, like, I'm very obsessive. When I used to watch like Netflix series and stuff like that, I couldn't just sit and watch like an episode and then like, go to bed or whatever. I had to binge. So I had to like really make a point to myself, like, I only get to play this when I've got everything done, when I have a bit of spare time, so that's why I'm doing it. Now that I've got everything done, and then a little bit of a break before I have to go to the show tonight to train clients. But oh god, it's brilliant. I'm pretty hungry though, and we need dinner before we go. So what we have here is a Pizza Express Pro Ad Astra pizza, which is basically, I'm guessing it just means chicken pizza. For the whole thing, it's like 600 and odd calories. I'll put the nutritional information up here. But I have these whether I'm cutting or bulking. Now, normally they are quite expensive. Tesco normally put them up for like £5, but occasionally they'll put them half price for £2.50. And if I have the chance to fit pizza in my diet, like, you know, maybe 2 days or 1 day out of the week, I will. And they actually taste pretty good. And like I said, I have these whether I'm cutting or bulking because it's only like 600 calories, so I put these in like my Mad Fitness diet plans because they are really good. And they're pretty high in protein. I can't remember the exact amount. I'll probably put it here. Anyway, gonna finish this and head to the studio. Alright guys, so that's day finished. I'm just trying to find a good bit with some decent lighting so I can wrap this video up. But finished up training 4 clients. It was brilliant. I had 4 killer sessions with them, so a good way to finish it. I'm feeling a bit better, so hopefully I can get good sleep tonight and my cold won't be as bad tomorrow. But I know today the actual fitness content was limited. You know, the only real thing I showed you was my PRs and then the little bit of me squatting. But we did talk about should you train when you're ill and talk about deloads. And I gave you a bit about my opinion on university and a little insight into that and how I feel about it. But I hope you did still enjoy the video, and proper fitness content will be back next week. We're going to be back in the training, focus on, you know, getting those numbers up and everything like that, and it'll be really good. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you did, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.